Hamjambo? Hamjambo tena? Mimi kwa majina naitwa Allan Mburu, na kama kulivyojulisha, mimi nimekuja kuwakilisha ubalozi wa Kenya hapa London. Kwanza ningependa kumshukuru Madam Janet kwa vile alitualika tuje hapa kushirikiana na Wakenya wenzetu. Pili, nina hotuba ambayo imeandikwa hapa, nitaisoma kwa Kiingereza. So Madam Janet Wainaina, the face of Kenya CEO, the spouse Ken Wainaina, judges, colleagues from Kenya High Commission London, 2018 Face of Kenya ambassadors, friends and supporters of the Face of Kenya UK initiative, ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo tena. From the onset, I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank you all for finding time out of your busy schedule to attend the 2018 Face of Kenya UK. I also wish to convey Mrs. Grace Sherere, the Acting High Commissioner to the United Kingdom's message of goodwill to you all. She is involved in an earlier scheduled engagement and would have liked to join her Kenyan compatriots in this event that combines both pleasure and philanthropy. I am greatly honored and pleased to be with you today at this beauty pageant, an occasion which provides an avenue for us to network and promote the diverse Kenyan culture, empower our youth, enhance community cohesion, initiate charitable activities, and ensure progressive branding of the amazing Kenya here in the UK. Let me further take this opportunity to give special thanks to UK TV, led by the CEO, Ms. Janet Wainaina, for this encouraging initiative that not only promotes talent for youth, but also fosters awareness among Kenyans in the diaspora of the importance of preserving Kenya's culture and heritage. Fellow Kenyans, ladies and gentlemen, the diaspora has been aptly described, and rightly so, as the 48th county of Kenya. The constant engagement with Kenyans in the diaspora by His Excellency the President and other government officials is an indication of the government's commitment to the policy of integrating the diaspora into our national development. The government's deliberate policy to engage diaspora in national discourse is out of recognition of the immense potential of the diaspora in contributing positively to the growth of our economy. These efforts by the government to engage diaspora have borne good results. This is exemplified by inter alia, the huge diaspora remittance, which is currently estimated at 222 billion Kenya shillings, overtaking tourism, whose earning increased by 20.3% from 99.7 billion shillings in 2016 to 119.9 billion in 2017, and horticulture, whose value of exports increased by 13.6% from 101.5 billion in 2016 to 115.3 billion in 2017, according to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics Economic Survey in 2018. This was to become the largest single source of foreign exchange. It is further estimated that if this trend continues, remittances could increase from 195 billion in 2017 to 250 billion in 2018, which is a 25% increase and accounting for 3.7% of GDP. Within the Vision 2030 framework, that aims at making Kenya a middle-income country by 2030, therefore, the diaspora remittances will be one of the enablers towards this goal. Although we recognize and value the development potential of diaspora remittances, transaction costs for money transfers still remain high, and these are hindrance to the inflows and financial inclusion. I'm happy to inform that the African Institute of Remittances, which as a country we are privileged to host, is now fully operational. AIR is undertaking studies and exploring innovative ways to reduce transaction costs of money transfers and thus unlock the potential of increased remittances. In carrying out research, the Institute will also provide statistical data that will assist in measuring the impact of remittances on social and economic development of the AU member states in line with 2063 AU agenda. I also wish to inform that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in collaboration with the International Organization for Migration, IOM, have launched the Send Money and Invest in Kenya, a guide for diaspora remittances and investments handbook, which provides the information that is mostly sought for by the diaspora on investment opportunities in Kenya, as well as how the diaspora can remit money with ease. The booklet specifically targets Kenyans in diaspora and provides very useful and detailed information on how the Kenyan diaspora can send money through safe, affordable, and convenient channels. It also gives guidance on how local savings, payments, donations, and investments can be made while abroad. This information is important to all of us Kenyans in the diaspora to help us make informed investment decisions. The booklet, which is available online, also provides Kenyans in the diaspora full access to the directory of all Kenyan missions abroad and enables them to be familiar with the diaspora policy. Fellow Kenyans, ladies and gentlemen, as you may be aware, the government led by His Excellency President Kenyatta is pushing for the Big Four agenda, which includes ensuring food security, affordable housing, manufacturing, and affordable healthcare as the priority areas that his government will tackle during his second presidential term, tailored to respond to the needs of Kenyans with specific target of the vulnerable in society. Indeed, what you are doing tonight is more of attesting or supporting this particular agenda. Towards this end, the UK stands out as a key partner towards achievement and execution of the Big Four agenda, and the High Commission is seeking your assistance as our first-line ambassadors in intensifying its campaign of cascading information to our stakeholders about Kenya being the favored destination for investors and tourists with an aim of increasing investments into the country, especially in the four sectors. As you may be aware, the government has been working tirelessly to improve the ease of doing business in Kenya by eliminating both tariff and non-tariff barriers depending on our rules of engagement and membership of different trading blocs. Indeed, the UK continues to be a valuable partner in Kenya's economic development and a major source of private investment capital. It is the largest European foreign investor in Kenya. Currently, there are about 210 British investment companies based in Kenya, valued at more than 2.5 billion sterling pounds. Between 2012 and 2015, foreign direct inflows from the UK to Kenya stood at 350 million sterling pounds. In addition, in order to achieve strong and sustainable economic growth, Kenya is diversifying her sources of growth by pursuing the blue economy. The activities of the blue economy include harvesting of living resources such as seafood and marine biotechnology, extraction of non-living resources, and generation of new resources, both in the energy and the water. To this end, His Excellency the President will host the Sustainable Blue Economy Conference in November from 26th to 28th of November of this year at the Kenyatta International Convention Center. In this regard, we are encouraging all Kenyans in the diaspora to invest in these areas and be part of the economic development of our great nation. Fellow Kenyans, ladies and gentlemen, let me now focus on what has brought us together this evening. Cultural diplomacy is one of the 5 interlinked pillars of Kenya's foreign policy. It aims at using culture as a vital ingredient in our international relations, especially through the use of cultural heritage and endowments as the pedestals of foreign engagement. This colorful beauty pageant will enable the contestants to showcase the diverse cultures inherent in our Kenyan society. It is also an opportunity for us to appreciate the rich cultural heritage of our motherland, irrespective of whether we have been raised up in Kenya or abroad. This goes a long way in promoting and safeguarding Kenya's heritage and creative industries through cultural diplomacy as envisaged in our foreign policy. Indeed, it is recognized that Face of Kenya UK is at the forefront in bringing Kenyans together, as well as promoting our amazing diversity. I would therefore like to reiterate that the Kenyan High Commission in London recognizes the efforts we are all making in ensuring that Kenya's national interest in UK is advanced. In particular, I wish to commend you for playing your rightful roles in promoting our prestige in this country through your hard work, upholding your moral values and ethical conduct. It is against this background that I feel humbled and proud to be associated with the organizers and other Kenyans with similar objectives. I therefore wish to reassure you that the High Commission will continue working with the diaspora towards making Kenya a better place for us and generations to come. Fellow Kenyans, ladies and gentlemen, on the consular front, I wish to inform that the High Commission in London provides various consular services, key among them being to facilitate applications for passports, national identity cards, regaining the Kenyan citizenship, declaration of dual citizenship, facilitate issuance of birth certificates and duplicate marriage certificates, as well as authenticate and attest official government documents, official government issued documents, among others. With regard to dual nationality, the Progressive Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides that a citizen by birth does not lose citizenship by acquiring the citizenship of another country. Therefore, the Kenyan laws allow or recognize dual citizenship. Let me give you a few elements that touch on the issue of the dual citizenship that I'm sure most of you may be quite interested in. I can see you are nodding. Those who acquired citizenship of another country after 27th August 2010, those who are 22 years and below on 27th August 2010, those who have regained Kenyan citizenship, all have the privilege of remaining Kenyan citizens. And let me repeat this so that it's very clear. Those three elements, I think, are very, very important to every one of us who is here, because I believe that many of you may have come before the promulgation of Constitution of Kenya 2010. On the other hand, regaining Kenyan citizenship is done by a person who was a citizen of Kenya by birth and who ceased to be a citizen of Kenya because he or she acquired the citizenship of another country before 27th August 2010. I also would like to call upon the Kenyan diaspora in UK to register with us at the Kenyan High Commission. It is important for the government to have information of its citizens abroad for effective engagement and communication. This will enable the mission to provide essential services in an efficient manner, especially in situations of emergency. As I conclude, I would like to respond to a frequently asked question regarding tax returns. You may wish to note the following. All Kenyan citizens, including those in the diaspora, are required by law to file a tax return by 30th June every year. Those with no income in Kenya are not exempt from filing and should instead file a nil return, which indicates they have not earned any income in Kenya for that particular year. Failure to file returns before the 30th of June, which is just about a week ago, 30th June deadline, attracts a fine of 20,000 Kenyan shillings under the Tax Procedures Act number 29 of 2015. However, to provide some level of comfort, assets or property held overseas by Kenyan citizens must be declared if proceeds derived from the assets or property are intended to be repatriated to Kenya. Earning income abroad does not exempt one from declaring it, since it may be deemed to have accrued from Kenya. However, in cases where there is double taxation, for those who are in the diaspora, they will be given a refund of the taxes paid abroad. With regard to the diaspora in the United Kingdom, Kenya has signed a double tax avoidance agreement with the UK. As such, while filing returns, you can claim relief for that tax under the treaty for the income that has been taxed in the UK. As such, double taxation will not arise. And finally, for any further clarifications, please contact the Kenya Revenue Authority. Once again, let me take this opportunity to thank you most sincerely for attending this function and wish each one of you success in all your endeavors and a pleasant stay in this beautiful country. God bless you and God bless Kenya. Thank you. Madam Chair, with your permission, I would kindly request my colleagues from the Kenya High Commission to be uprising wherever they are standing so that I can introduce them to our fellow Kenyans. So the lady in glasses, that's Madam Ann Kamau. Ann Kamau is in charge of commercial diplomacy. So we would invite you to engage her fully while she's on her tour of duty in the UK. The next lady, please sit, Ann. The next one is Rebecca Toto. Madam Rebecca Toto is in charge of immigration. So I could see most of you were very keen listening to the speech. In the event you want any form of clarification in regard to the areas I've touched on, kindly get in touch with Rebecca. So the young man there next to Rebecca is Mr. Frederick Kidali. Mr. Frederick Kidali is involved on matters of commercial diplomacy. He's engaged on matters of immigration. He's engaged literally, because we are more or less encouraging all the diplomats you send to, the various countries to engage, to be engaged, to be multi-skilled and subsequently multitask. At the back, we have Madam Mary Chuma. Madam Mary Chuma is the secretary to the High Commissioner, Kenya's High Commissioner in London. So I think we agreed with Janet that my friend Magoe, who I went to school with as we joined the civil service, and Mr. Muli will be introduced by Mr. Shioni. So with those remarks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to me.